In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to use TradingView like a pro. If you're a beginner trader, or if you're just looking to view the financial markets, TradingView is the #1 charting platform in the world. My name is Justin Giraci, and this is the ultimate beginner's guide to using TradingView. Let's go. As soon as you get onto TradingView, it might be a little confusing or you might be a little overwhelmed, but don't worry, I'm going to simplify this all for you. The first function that we're going to look at in TradingView is the watch list. So it is this list on the right side of your screen. Basically, this list consists of all the symbols that you can chart on TradingView. So for example, in my list here, I have crypto, I have futures, commodities, and stocks. Where do you find this? It's in this little top button that looks like a little sheet of paper called the watch list here. Now, how do I add specific symbols? You click here on the plus, add symbol, and there's a bunch of different categories. There's stocks, funds, futures, forex, crypto. Let's say I wanted to look at forex, and let's say I wanted to look at Euro USD. I would simply just click on the plus, the addition sign there, and it would show up on the bottom here. Click on that, and there we have it. Euro USD. I am now looking at the chart for Euro USD. The second function that we're going to be looking at is timeframes. These can be located in the top left of your screen. They are right here. You can find the list of them. If you just click this drop down right here, they will all pop up right here. All the timeframes that you are going to be looking at the top left of your screen need to be clicked on and added to favorites. So for example, if I wanted to add the 30 and 45 minute timeframes, I would click the stars and add them to favorites for both of them, and they would pop up here. So here's the 30-minute time frame, and each candle here represents 30 minutes. So if I wanted each candle to represent 45 minutes, I would click on the 45-minute time frame, and now each candle represents 45 minutes. This goes for every single candle in the list of my favorites. All right, let's move on now, and let's look at the tools that I use every day to chart. Somewhere on your screen, there is going to be this little toolbox right here that I'm dragging around. This is going to consist of all of your favorite tools that you use every morning, every afternoon, every evening to trade. So somewhere on your screen, I like to put it here. There's a nice open space here, but find that toolbox and put it somewhere that looks good to you. All of these tools can be located on the left side of your screen. These tools are probably the most controversial function in TradingView because a lot of different traders trade with many different styles and use many different tools. These are the tools that I use, so let's go through them really quickly. First, you're going to click this drop down to the trend tools. I use the trend line. Basically what this is, it's just a blue horizontal vertical line that you can pretty much place and direct in any direction that you like. You can make it as long or short as you like, but this is going to help you. This can help you find trendline liquidity, and you can mark it out here. So once you find that, click a star on it and it will appear in your toolbox for you to use anytime. So that is the trend line there. Go in that same drop down and click on the horizontal ray, favorite that. Basically, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's a straight horizontal line. This is good for marking out your draws on liquidity. Very important. Next, we're going to look at a couple of these positions here. So it's the long and the short position. I'm going to explain this more in depth later, but for now, favorite them. And this is how you're actually going to find and take a long or short position. So this is the long position there, and this is the short position here. Like I said, I'm going to go more in depth, but for now, you're definitely going to need that. So favorite both of those. The last tool you should be adding to your toolbox is the rectangle. So go down to the drop down here and favorite this rectangle. Basically, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's a rectangle. You can make it big, you can make it long, you can make it short. This is going to be used for fair value gaps. If you, like myself and many other traders, trade ICT concepts, fair value gaps is a very powerful confluence used in many trade entries. So go ahead and favorite this, and at the end of it, you should have 5 favorited tools in your toolbox. Obviously, this can be your preference. You can add more, you can add less, depending on how much you use each tool and how much need you have for each tool. All right, this next thing that I'm going to teach you is probably the most important thing in this video, so make sure you pay attention. This is going to be how to actually place a trade in TradingView. There are two ways to place a trade in TradingView, the simple way and the advanced way. I'm going to teach you how to do both of them, and then you can choose at the end of this guide which one you want to use. So let's go through the simple way first. Navigate to the top right of your screen. You're going to see this little trade button here. Click that. Now there's two main trades you can take. You can take a market buy or limit buy. Market buy, basically you're buying at the current market price of a given symbol. So for example, I'm looking at SpaceX here. If I wanted to buy SpaceX at the current price, which is 152.86, I would just press buy, market, shares. Let's say I wanted to buy 5 shares. You don't need to look at anything else here, and you click buy and you enter the position at the current available market price. Pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. It's very simple. Limit is a little bit more difficult. So limit buy, let's say I wanted to buy 5 shares, same thing, you put in the shares, but a limit buy, you have to specify the exact price level that you want to buy at. So let's say I wanted to buy 5 shares of SpaceX at this level here, 160.66. I would move this line here to the level that I want to buy, and it automatically updates in the order module here. And then I would click buy. And so this sets a buy limit. So if the market was open right now, if the market were to move towards this price level where I set my buy limit, then it would enter me in the position. If price did not reach this limit, then I would not enter the position. It's pretty simple. You choose a price level and you wait. You wait for the market to reach that level. If it does, you enter the position. If it doesn't, you don't enter the position. Pretty simple. Two different ways. It kind of depends on what kind of trader you are. Usually if you're intraday, then you use market buy because you need to make quick decisions. But if you're doing swing trades, then most likely you're doing limit buys, right? So it kind of depends on what you like. So that's the first way. That's the simple way. The second way, the more advanced way, is going to use the two tools that I told you to add in your toolbox before. This is going to be the tool for a long position and the tool for a short position. So let's say I'm looking at SpaceX here and I'm looking to take a buy. I'm going to click on my tool on the long position. I'm going to place it on the chart here. It's going to add a green field and a red field. So this red field here, this is your stop loss. You can move this wherever you like. Let's say I want to put this right under that level. And my take profit, let's say I put my take profit at that level. This looks good, right? I enter right where the green and the red sections intersect. And the top of the green part is my take profit, and the bottom of the red part is my stop loss. Pretty simple. This doesn't actually enter you into a trade. Placing this tool here, this is just a way to visualize the entry, stop loss, and take profit of your actual trade. The way to enter into the actual trade using this tool is to right click on it, you press create limit order, and this automatically sends it to the order module. So you can see here, all you have to do is change the amount of shares that you want. Let's say I want 5 shares, and automatically it shows how much I'm going to make if price hits my take profit, and it shows how much I'm going to lose if price hits my stop loss. And it showed exactly this from me placing this tool of the long position on the chart and then bringing it over to the order module. So I personally use this way because I like to visualize my trades. So this just kind of helps me a little bit more. And yeah, I think it's just a little bit more advanced and a little bit better. This way just looks and seems a little bit better to me. You can also see while you're in your position how much it goes up and how much it goes down using this chart as well. And the same goes for a short position. So let's say I wanted to take a short position here on SpaceX. I would take the short position tool here, click on it, click on the chart, it adds it here. Let's say I put my stop loss here and take profit at this level there. Right click, create limit order, 5 shares, and then you press the button. And there you go. It's yeah, it's a little bit more advanced than the first method, but I think there's a little bit more benefit to it. Again, you know, use both methods, figure it out, figure which one you like, and yeah, just go with that. The only thing left there is for me to teach you is the aesthetics of your charts. So, navigate to the top right of your screen. You're going to see this little gear here. Click this gear, that means settings. This is where you're going to find the settings to change all of the aesthetics on your screen. So, this symbol here, this is for the colors of the candles. So if you like the way my candles are set up, just copy exactly what you see on the screen here. Status line, you don't need any of these. Go to scale and lines. This is going to be the colors of, for example, the horizontal rays that we have, and these lines here, and the rectangles. So all of that is in the scale and lines. If you like the way that mine looks, just copy this. Canvas, this is how the background of your screen looks. So mine is just a pretty standard gray with like some white lines, but whatever you want, you can change it in here. And then the rest you don't really need. These are kind of preference settings for, you know, some administration work within the platform. Same thing with alerts and events. You don't really need anything. What you're really going to be looking at is symbols, scales and lines, and canvas. That is everything you're going to need to change the aesthetics of your charts. That is everything you need to know about charting using TradingView. If you feel like this video was helpful, please leave a like and drop a comment down below. I'll see you guys in the next video.